Hey, what's up? Mark King, and here's a story from CNBC. CNBC, it's crap, but hey, it's still something. So, from the files of what we all knew to be true, we all kind of shrug our shoulders, like, yeah, we know, but what can be done, right? That's how you know you've like fallen in society when something that's clearly wrong, it's seen as a justice. Like the BLM woman claiming looting is their right because ism. Anyway, this is Yale illegally discriminates against whites and Asian students. The Justice Department says, right. This is by Kevin Bruinger. you know, what is truly bothersome is this is not just college, right? You're discriminated in the workplace. I've mentioned this previously. Like when it comes to the media, the affirmative action, at least for the media industry, it's really meant for women and blacks. Okay, it's not meant for Asians. It's not meant for men. It's strictly women and blacks. And you kind of like you kind of see this play out in once again the black community when in like scholarship wise, a lot of scholarships are disproportionately going to certain demographic. They have their own scholarships essentially, and it's such a shame. Yeah, and it always leaves me wondering about things like who deserves to be hired and and are denied. And the thing that's very dangerous, the affirmative action, is women and black people tend to vote left, right, by a wide margin. So that's why it's very scary. You're putting essentially social justice, communist um, supporters in positions they don't belong in. Sometimes there when you compromise, it's you give too much. Anyway, let's just read a little bit here. Yeah, this is the key points. No, but I like the way this is laid out, right? A lot of people, including myself, are just we're not avid readers, right? So I like just the way human beings are being structured currently. They have a shorter and shorter attention spans. This is kind of how you do it. I think the future of uh journalism should be. It's a little wordy, this article, so anyway. Yale University's undergrad admissions process illegally discriminates against white and Asian students in the Department of Justice. I'm sure the ACLU will get right on that. I'm sure they'll come to the defense of the whites and Asians. Again, it's about the hierarchy of victimhood, right? So the whites and Asians are seen successful, so it's okay to discriminate against them. And it frustrates me, like because it's like it's wrong. Sorry, it's wrong. If a white or an Asian person is better than me, take the job. You know, I would again. I want to be defeated. Like how do I say this? If I lose, I want somebody who's better than me to beat me. Okay, that's it. A 2 year investigation into the Ivy League school found that race is the determinant factor in hundreds of admissions. Again, where are the rats for this? Where are the outrage mobs? Where's the trending? It's not. We know why. Usually people who claim discrimination, it's always the opposite to be true, right? So like women claim they face sexism, it's mostly men. Women claim no one how do I say this? No one puts women first. We all know that's a effing lie, okay? Okay, it always seems to be the opposite, right? So when the BLMs claim whites are oppressing them, it's always the opposite. And the stats bear this out. You know, just looking at men, the suicide rates, the money spent on let's say men's problems, it pales in comparison. It's not even a 50-50 split, that's the thing. These people want equality. They obviously that's a lie. We know it's a lie. I think that's scary. Women cannot process, okay, their own illogicalness, okay? I don't even know if it's a word, illogicality. I don't know if it's a word. Okay? Anyway, see, from what I know, right, when the civil rights, was this civil rights or affirmative action? When it was passed, I think in 66, when it was passed in like 66, what happened is 2 years later or 3 years later, the feminists decided to hijack the movement. Originally, those affirmative action hiring was really for minorities, mainly blacks. But of course, women being the fair weathered population, decide to hijack it, and this is how they got into positions of places they shouldn't be. And this is kind of like ties in to why black people struggle. Okay, women. Again, women and blacks, they actually hate each other, right? The groups. Okay? They actually oppose each other. You'll never see them collide simply because the white man is the enemy. Okay? Okay. Anyway, the department said Yale must agree not to use race or national origin as criteria in its next admission cycle. If it plans to consider race in the future, it must first submit to the Department of Justice planned demonstration. Its proposal is narrowly tailored as required by law, including by identifying a date to end race discrimination. Wow, what an appropriate name for this time. Yale denied the allegation. Karen Porter, a spokeswoman, a spokesman for the university, said in a statement to CNBC that the Justice Department made its conclusions before Yale had provided enough. Look, we all know that they do. Like, the jig is up. We all know these things. We all know they discriminate. They discriminate against white men. They discriminate against Asians. Okay? And what happens when blacks get into these schools? They struggle because they don't belong there. And what do these schools do? It's because of racism. They claim their own internal racism is why the blacks fail at Yale, for example. Again, if there's a place that should be destroyed, it should be like the Ivy League colleges. What a waste. What how again, throughout the Western world, you've seen discrimination against men and against white men and against Asians. Okay. Anyway, this is a long article. I won't read anymore. Um, it's well written. I will say it's well written, but it's too long. It's too long, and there's not enough breaks. Okay, so let me phrase again. You want short breaks, right? But you also because we live in this multimedia world, you need more pictures. Okay, I don't know who's doing this garbage. I shouldn't say garbage. Actually, a well written article, and they get paid much more than I'll ever get paid. So who's anyway? The point is, it's a well written article. It just needs more breaks with pictures to entice readers to continue to read. Share, save, subscribe. Hope you enjoy. I'm on Gab, I'm on Parler, I'm on Twitter under the same name, essentially Mark King or Mark A King. Take care.